Supervisor Lisa Bartlett.
And I'm Senator Pat Bates.
We're partnering to invite you to the 2015 South County Senior Summit on July 24th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Laguna Woods Village, Clubhouse 3.
As always, the Senior Summit is free and open to the public, featuring important information for older adults as well as complimentary breakfast and lunch.
Space is limited, so call the number on your screen to reserve your space today. See you at the South County Senior Summit.
Welcome back. Well, we have a couple great guests with us today, both of which I know you are familiar with. We have our senator from this district, Pat Bates. Nice to have you here today.
Great
and
to
to
be
see
here.
you again.
Yes.
And of course, you used to be the supervisor here in the 5th District, and now Lisa is. Actually, you've been that for, since, was it November?
December.
December, okay. Nice to have you back again.
Good to be here.
And you're both here for something that I know you have been involved with for many years, and you've been involved with as well, is the 8th Annual Senior Summit. And actually, it's called the South County Senior Summit, and we're happy to have it in this location, as we always have. It's a wonderful event, isn't it? How did this come about? Because I know you've been involved with it from pretty much the start, am I right?
Yes, we actually started it in, I think it was 2001, so it's actually the 13th year, but 8 years the county very involved. Prior to that, I would co-sponsor with Tom Wilson, who was the previous supervisor, and we had it here a couple of years. We started out, it was a smaller event, and then it's mushroomed because it's provided, I think, such good information for our senior communities. They really enjoy all the information, and certainly the opportunity to come, and there's a lot of vendors with really important information. So
yeah, there really is.
Yeah.
And Lisa, prior to being supervisor, you were the mayor of Dana Point.
Yes.
And of course, that's part of South County, and you have some of the same services down there that this community has. So I know in some ways you've been involved with it as well, right?
Yes, we have a very active senior center in Dana Point. Yes. We're all aging, and we need to figure out how we're going to take care of our needs in those later years.
Yeah, definitely. And what this has brought over the years is a place that someone can go to and get a lot of information in a fairly short amount of time. There's vendors there often, and you'll both be there, but also the other speakers are there, somebody from the Alzheimer's Association, CalOptima, many other departments, even the Department of Neurology at UC Irvine. As we know, they've been doing their wonderful studies over there. Often called the 90-plus study. There's stroke studies, there's Alzheimer's studies they've been doing. A wealth of information is going to be right here at Clubhouse 3 on Friday.
Yes. I think the exciting component of this is that we do have people who've been very involved in the aging process. In fact, when we started the Senior Summits, it was Dr. Laura Mosquito, who I think put geriatrics and the aging is not a bad thing on the radar, and she was always so well received in her presentations that made you feel good about not getting older but getting better, and that's what our themes are about as we go forward, to feel comfortable and to embrace, I think, the wisdom that comes with aging. And I actually started it because I had a lot of difficulty finding caregivers for my parents as they were aging, and the resources that UCI provided, and Dr. Mosqueda in particular, really helped me in finding those caregivers for my parents at that time.
And Lisa, being a supervisor, you obviously work with some of the county departments, oversee those. How important they've become. Just here, I've seen just in the years that I've been here, how much they have grown, but they've really kind of gotten into very specific categories where it's much easier if someone calls the Office on Aging, they can get some great information, more so than even 10 years ago, right?
Yes, we have a lot of information on file, and our staff they routinely get phone calls about various things with regard to aging, whether it's Alzheimer's or dementia, or just how to grow old gracefully. And our staff is very well trained. This year, for the Senior Summit, we're very pleased to have 2 additional speakers. Michael Schrader, who's the CEO of CalOptima. CalOptima is our title sponsor again this year. He will be speaking, and CalOptima is the county's service provider for medical services for low-income participants.
Oh, nice.
And 1 out of 4 people in Orange County is a member of CalOptima. So it's very much a growing network. And then this year we also have, in addition to Michael Schrader, we have Jim McAleer, who's the CEO of the Alzheimer's Foundation, and he'll be here presenting as well. So we have, I think, a well-rounded group of speakers, and it should be a really great half-day event.
Yeah, a great group. Somebody who's been on our program here just recently, a couple times, is Dr. Carrie Burnite with the UCI, and the title of her talk is Aging, Attitude, and Altruism.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
The times that she's been on, she really emphasizes on the attitude part of it, because I think that's true with anyone at any age, but if you have a good positive attitude, that alone can just make your life so much better. Even if you might be having some physical medical conditions, we've seen where the attitudes can just improve even the physical part, it seems, right?
Absolutely.
So.
I think part of having a good attitude is getting educated, understanding what it means to grow old, and as things come up in your life as an older adult, how to take care of those the different conditions that arise. So that educational process is really important.
Senator, let me ask you, the connection between Sacramento and here locally, we're talking right here in this area, your district, which of course is more than just Laguna Woods. But how is Sacramento dealing with this? Are they working with a lot of the local agencies? I know that, for instance, AgeWell and others do get some funding, but do they have their own committees up there that are really working on bringing forth the necessary funds and all to the senior communities?
Yes, we do. In fact, there's a select committee, Aging and Long-Term Care, which I am now part of, and a study was done last year before I was in the legislature, focusing on the needs that we do have in the senior community. A lot of legislation that will be coming forward has been generated from that study, in particular to ensure that people are able to stay in their homes as long as possible, and then when they are no longer able, that there are resources there, both state and county. The state and the county work very closely together on the whole issue of aging and senior issues. So I feel that I have kind of graduated up to the state, and hopefully we'll be able to provide to our counties even more connection. Connectability is very important, ensuring that there's a seamless provision of services. Very, very important to both in the medical and in the wellness area.
Supervisor, let me ask you about when it comes to caregiving, and I know this will be talked about a little bit there, but I think both on the city, county, and state level, we've seen that it's beginning to change, in that for years there was no real parameters that a lot of caregiving companies had to do, and what we found is some of the best caregiving companies, which are located right here, they were actually the ones that were pushing for more regulations, and now it's coming about, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have a lot of great programs, and the county does rely greatly on Sacramento, which has been very helpful for us with regard to funding some of our major programs, such as the In-Home Support Services program, and also the PACE program, which is the program for all-inclusive care for the elderly. We have a center that is basically servicing central and northern Orange County, and hopefully one day, as our senior population in South Orange County grows, I would love to have a PACE center here in South Orange County.
Yeah, that would be very nice. And again, it's great with what they are doing in the caregiving community as well, because for years, a lot of people just didn't know where to turn. They'd hear these companies, they'd see their ads, but in many cases there was very little regulation, and more and more is coming about, right?
I think that's an area where regulation has been very helpful. I was a social worker in the aged program out of college, and what I noticed when I was in nursing homes and board and care homes, the standards were not what they are today.
Yeah.
And bringing that forward, we're not necessarily excited about regulation because there's cost to it.
Sure.
But it's really benefited our senior community because they are as vulnerable, no question, as our young children are. In terms of being able to make decisions and being able to, I think, ferret through all of the information that's there who's going to provide me the best care and who's going to be honest when I bring someone
Right.
into my home.
Yeah.
I think we've all seen that with our seniors, very vulnerable to many scams. So the regulation has been a good thing.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. Well, again, this is coming up on a Friday right here at Clubhouse 3. I'm going to give you a number to call to register, and the reason is they're going to be having both breakfast and lunch there for you, so they
Yes.
want to know how many people are going to be there. And the number is 800-510-2020. It's on the screen there again, 800-510-2020. It doesn't mean if you head over there you can't go in. It's just they like to know about the number of people that are going to be there for that reason. And the program starts at 9 o'clock. It goes to about 12:45.
Right.
And it's jam-packed. It really is. And you can kind of go in and out if maybe you don't want to stay there for the whole thing. They're going to have several vendors there. In fact, 40 tables hosted by nonprofit, public agencies, and local businesses. There's going to be an opportunity drawing there, so maybe you'll win something. So a lot of great information that people can take away from this, as they have done in the past. And it's great to have you both a part of it. And all the other people. Marilyn Diddy will be there from Agewell Senior Services. People certainly know her. And all the other guests that are going to be speaking on these different subjects. So get on by, because it's really, it's a wonderful opportunity. And I know it's, for here, I think it's one of the largest events really anywhere in Orange County,
so.
even though
Yeah.
it's really serving sort of South Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
It really is quite large, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't prevent people who live in North County, Central
No.
County. Yeah, there's no residency requirement for the program.
Exactly.
that's
All right.
right.
So tell your friends about it. Thank you both for
Thank
coming
you.
on today.
Pleasure.
And it's great to have you both here. And you got about a month off, I guess?
We do.
Okay.
It's a working month. We work the district. during
Yes.
this time.
All right. Work your area.
Right.
And I know you don't have a month off.
I do not.
It's
We're
good to
working
have you
hard.
here. And we'll get you back in again.
Wonderful.
And next time you're down here, come on by and stop. We
We'd love to
appreciate
do
it.
that.
All right. We'll be right back.